Okay, sir, and welcome back to the Simpsons Tapped Out. Once again, I am back at it in the Heaven update, moving right along very well in this first act. Getting pretty close to completing all the personal prizes in this, but let's move on to the next personal prize, shall we? Thanks, Gary. I didn't know unicorns could dig tunnels like that. Why didn't you just leap over the walls? Oh wow, you're right. That would have been way easier. Another stupid screw-up Gary. Are you starting to see the pattern, Gary? Because everyone else sees it. Anyway, Marge, I hope you find happiness out there. You're not coming? Nah, I'm gonna stick around here and stab rich guys in the butt with my horn. Excuse me? This is about the Garden of Eden, right? This isn't some weird thing you're into? Not that I'm judging. So this is the building that I messed up on in the very first prize of this whole thing. I've already kind of talked about it already, but we got a church in the very first prize of this act, and eventually it got to the point where I thought that prize was this prize, because they were both churches. Oh yeah, I got to do all this. This might take a while. One sec. I was in the midst of basically just clearing all the stuff for the day. What I do is I do everybody on a 24-hour quest, so it lines up with the tapping thing, the statue, where you tap it and it kind of clears everything at once. That way, it's all done and taken care of, and then I can just do it all again. This is insane! You're turning a brand new paradise into a loveless hellscape. The customer is always right, and my customer is always Satan. We're expanding hell to accommodate the hellless. You don't support helllessness, do you, Lisa? That's a false framing! Well, it looks like Satan is smarter than you, Lisa. What have you got to say about that? Kaboom! Defend yourself! So the first thing I notice are the crows. We got 3 crows at the top. The one at the top is like the king, I guess. But this one's definitely a lot more elaborate than the Barnacle Bay Church, that's for sure. I already think I know what's going to happen when somebody goes into this building. If you watch the Barnacle Bay one, I did talk about what I thought the animation would be, but again, I mixed everything up, so sound-wise, like I said, it's going to be more elaborate, at least for the animation, so the sound's got to be elaborate as well, right? Like a museum or something, when you walk in, you can hear the massive echo because the place is so big. And of course, that organ hymn as well. So we'll go with the sound of echoing, which, I mean, it's not a museum, but I'm going to go with that just to break things up. And the sound of the organ hymn. Hosting pretentious sermons. So I've heard that first part of that sound already in the game, and that chime, I think I've heard that as well in the game, and it's kind of mixed two together, which is fantastic. Sometimes instead of actually getting new songs or new bites, they'll take old ones and they'll combine them to make a new one, which I think is very, very smart. But anyway, now that we got that, we gotta figure out who can go with this thing. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm gonna go with Stupid Flanders, because why not? It would make probably the most sense. Oh, what are you now? There he is, super close.
Now, what can I ding-dong diddly do for you?
So again, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to kind of scroll until I find something that might catch my eye. Make a thinly veiled biblical reference. No, maybe, actually. I'm going to go with the obvious 4-hour quest, though. Here, and take it from here. Memorize commandments. Maybe. There's going to be a lot of churchy stuff. Probably not going to be lunges. Maple store. I'm looking, but I don't see anything. Hold emergency Bible studies? He'd probably go to the normal church or his house. You know what? I'm not entirely sure. So it's not Flanders. I think it's actually Wiggum.
Someone call 911.
And this one, This is a long one. This is a very long quest. This one's going to be a 16-hour quest. Nap in the confessional booth. Animation-wise, I think there's going to be a lot of lights. Like a ton of lights just kind of shooting everywhere, kind of like a prism. And it's going to be very, very pretty. Now, I think that actually happens in the episode. That's why I think it's going to happen here. But if not, it'll still be very pretty. So that's what I'm going with. Show me that.
Let's roll, boys.
Razzle dazzle. Whoa. Okay, so it didn't do exactly what I thought it would do, but it is lit up a lot. It's glowing. There's a lot of lights. This is really pretty. This is one of those buildings where Tapped Out would benefit from having a night mode. It absolutely would. So that is the Springfield Cathedral. One more prize before we wrap this up. It's going to be a costume for Homie. So if you're a lot lower of a level, or you're still leveling up and you don't have any Homer Simpson costumes yet, well, you can get your first free one if you do this first act. Let me know down below though, what do you think of the Springfield Cathedral? Subscribe for more Tapped Out videos, and I will see you with the very final prize in this Act 1, and then moving on to a whole heck of a lot of other acts moving forward. It said Simpsons Tapped Out. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody.